What's going on, everybody? Game 6 of the 76ers and the no, it's the 76ers.
Clippers.
Clippers. I had the right
There
one.
you go.
We got the right one on now. It's the Clippers Jazz. We just watched the 76ers and the Hawks. 76ers and the Hawks going into game 7. We'll be joined by Mike on the mic in just a few seconds, hopefully. If not,
Mitchell for 3. Mitchell with 5 quick points. I got it, Joe. Yeah, I know you got stuff to bring up. Scoreboard will be up shortly. I want to thank PB and J for coming in here, skipping over chat to chat. Appreciate you, PB and J. I am a big Donovan Mitchell fan, so you will see a lot of love going from me to him in this game. And I did pick the Jazz in my YouTube prediction on this one. And I said that Mike Conley's going to have to give him some big minutes. And he's out there to start the game. They've been missing him desperately in this series. He really is a big part of the offense. He doesn't have the same Chris Paul factor, but he is very intricate to their defense. Shot clock violation coming out, attacking the basket by Mitchell, which is great to see. That means that the ankle's hopefully going to be strong. Hitting threes, and then playing a little defense, getting a shot clock violation. First couple minutes into the game, Conley actually looks pretty sharp. I mean, comparable to Harden, if you guys have watched any of those games, out there limping around. Rocking the afro, too. I'm happy about that. My afro's coming back strong. Joe, that board went up quick, buddy. That's good work.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I like that. I hire good people around here. You should stick around the Warzone Sports Network. Great things. Great things are always happening. I like to chill and chat.
I do want to sign out of it, so hold on a second.
It's all good.
Ooh.
Paul George on the drive. Finishes strong. Tie things at 5 with 9:53 to play. Donovan Mitchell aggressive, attacking again. Misses on the floater, but the 7'4" Frenchman cleans up, stuffs it home. Terrence Mann trying to put the pressure on. I don't know if it's a full tear, PB and J. I don't know. Who's limping? My wife just said Mitchell's limping. That's not good. I have not heard whether or not it is a full-on tear for Kawhi Leonard. But yes, Mitchell does look a little bit hobbled after that last drive and floater that went up. Into the corner, Royce O'Neal. Splash! To put Utah up 10-8. Looking great. Paul George looking confident for back-to-back games. PG3, PG13 with the stroke. Comes up short off of the front iron. Joe, this view is just not going to work. People want to see the scoreboard, not me. They want to see this. I mean, unless if we get requests for it, obviously. Oh! The Eiffel Tower looked more like the Leaning Tower of Pisa on that one and just tumbled to the ground trying to go for the block on Terrence Mann. Ooh, that was scary for a moment there. Landing on that arm. In a weird, did he convert it? I had to look away because I thought he was going to break his arm for a second. Ishka. What do we got here? PB and J. PG. Yes, I think he does need a ring. I think he deserves a ring. I'd like it if he didn't win it with the Clippers, but I think it would really put him into that sort of that next stratosphere of players. PG13, Mr. Paulie George could get himself a ring. He played amazing last game. I honestly didn't see that game coming from him. Not the way that he's been in some of these other big games that they've had. But he was aggressive the whole time. He didn't settle for any jumpers. He just kept attacking the rim. And honestly, he's got to do that again tonight for them to have a chance. Because I think that Mike Conley is going to eventually pay dividends in this game. Aggressive. Oh, but the Clippers have their own Frenchman. And he says, no. And he stuffs Bogdanovich. And for the second consecutive game, Terrence Mann just puts Gobert on a poster. Like Terrence Mann is literally designing his room with pictures of dunks that he is putting on Rudy Gobert in this series. Again, you're 7'4", Gobert. How can you let somebody go over your back like that? Be aggressive, my guy. Come on. So weak by Gobert right there. You cannot get... This is 2 games in a row. We really should get some posters up. Oh, Flash Johnson. Rudy ain't the guy. I don't think so either. This is a max player. This is back-to-back games. We're on a commercial right now. They got Tsunami Poppy going for CarMax up here. So now it'll be fun to see where Kelly Oubre is going too. I don't know, PB&J, if you have any thoughts on that, where he might end up. I've heard rumors to Dallas and a couple other places. We're in a timeout, 10-12 Clippers up. But we now saw the 2 leaders in the Defensive Player of the Year candidate in the last game, Ben Simmons. And we talked in that thread about whether or not Simmons is even playable in the next game with the way that Maxey played. Well, he is playable. He'd get minutes. But is he startable over Maxey? I don't know. Oh, he likes the Chargers theme backdrop. Are we allowed to put this comment up here? Let's do it. I see where you're going with the Chargers theme, but it's not. Okay. I'm going to finish my thought on Defensive Players of the Year and Rudy Gobert not being the guy, as Flash Johnson just said. But Simmons shouldn't be playing over Maxey. And then you have, in this game, Rudy Gobert. Like, obviously, you're not going to start Derek Favors over him. He's not going to give you more. But if Rudy Gobert is going to be a max player, he cannot be getting dunked on in back-to-back games by Terrence Mann. That can't be the case. Terrence Mann cannot be collecting posters and starting a side hustle. Like, at the end of this game, there's going to be like an Etsy pop-up of all the times that Terrence Mann and Paul George have just trashed Rudy Gobert in the last, 56 hours or whatever. I'm not good at math. I was told there wouldn't be any of that going on here. Pepperton saying hello. I assume Pepperton saw the last stream where I was complaining that nobody ever pops in here and says, "Hi, Tony Tucker. How are you doing? How are you feeling tonight?" And I'm feeling great. A good start to this game. I'm happy to see Mike Conley out there dealing with a super long commercial here. Now we're talking about T-Mobile. Do people really not have their cell phones figured out at this point in their life? Like, which one gives you the best coverage and providers? Like, do we really need cell phone? We don't need cell phone commercials. They have to be funny. A little worried about Donovan Mitchell. He was limping right before that timeout. You like the way Ben Simmons plays? Pepperton, I don't. I wasn't a huge fan of his before. Was he like his defensive prowess? Obviously, I think it's fantastic, and he had a nice block on Trae Young, 3-point attempt. Played some good defense elsewhere, but no, I'm not a huge fan of Ben Simmons, and I will be interested to see if some of these rumors come to fruition and he does get moved. Like, where does he go, and what do they get back for it? You know. You like the way Ben Simmons plays? I don't know. I'm just reading. Like, you're asking me to read. Anybody who comes in here long enough knows that I
said you look like the way Ben Simmons plays.
You look like you guys. You're asking me to read. How many times must I come into these live streams and tell you that I can't read? My wife is sitting 4 feet from me, and she will attest to the fact that I am a shit reader. Donovan Mitchell goes down hard. Jazz ball, 7:54. Moving it to Royce O'Neal, who's already canned a 3. But he's being aggressive and attacking the basket. Oh, and a French-on-French crime right there. Batum and Gobert together. Oh, that's not good. PG's laying on the ground. I'm not sure if he's grabbing the family jewels or his left hand. He's grabbing his left hand?
Oh, no,
what happened?
His jewels.
Oh, yeah, no, it was corrected. Oh, yeah, he got hit in the biscuits. Right in the biscuits for Paul George. But he's tough. He'll get through it. Nice inbound, and O'Neal misses the bunny. And just like that, PG picks it up and goes end to end. Rough. Ingles is not starting because Mike Conley is playing. If you guys hear me talking to myself, I'm not. I'm also watching the game with my wife off camera, and I will be responding to any questions she has because she's wonderful for letting me do this. I know. He's so damn tall, but he keeps getting dunked on by Terrence Mann. Oh, create a little space, and Donovan Mitchell hits a step back. Might have got away with a push, but I'm biased, so I'm glad he pushed. Good for him. Give a little shove. Create a little space. Get that superstar call. And just as my wife requested, Joe Ingles is checking in. We had an Australian in here last night. How can Billy not show up to support his own brethren? Joe Ingles. And Morris with another strong move out of the post. Get Donovan Mitchell taking the ball up court. Mike Conley drawing some contact from Morris, getting the ball up there. Did look a little slow, a little sluggish, but that's probably to be expected. Is Mike going to be here? I'm not sure. That's a Joe question or a Mike question. I'm not really sure if he's coming back for this one or not. He should be. Maybe he's working on some TikTok videos. I don't know. His TikTok game's pretty strong. Maybe that's what he uses his spare time for. But PBJ, who you got in this game? Who are you cheering for? Are we on the same side for once? You and I? I felt like you were cheering for the Hawks last game. I can't abide by that, especially when I go on social media and predict that the Sixers are going to win. We got 2 Game 7s. Very lucky sports fans we are. Derek Favors checking into the basketball game. Derek Favors has actually looked pretty solid in a backup role. Conley makes a free throw. 15-16. We got Reggie Jackson out there in the glasses, pulling up for 3. He's finally missed. I feel like every time he's pulled a shot, I've seen me and PB and J just cannot get on the same page. The Clippers, I should have announced that I'm a Lakers fan, and I will not cheer for the Clippers. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Woo-hoo. Reggie Jackson dancing over there, but he's now missed back-to-back shots. Reggie Jackson is part of the key. When you lose Kawhi Leonard, him and Morris really have to continue to chip in 30 to 50 points. Like those two guys have to help Paul George in that way. Nice. Conley already paying dividends. Getting to the rack and giving the lob to his big guys. Still got enough step left to get there. As to where Ingles doesn't quite do that, but I think Ingles adds a little bit more with a 3-point shot, and then we get in there. It's all good. To me, it's just also like the Jazz. It's hard to hate the Jazz. They've never done anything. I remember losing some money when I was a kid betting on the Karl Malone, John Stockton Jazz too. Pepperton. What a jerk. They still run LA. They just stepped out. They're on vacation. I met Mike when he was near 2,000 followers on TikTok. And he became one of my favorite TikTokers. And he talked to me earlier today and last night. So he's my man. Well, I get that. You got to have boys wherever it is, in the virtual world or in real life. I get it. And we appreciate you coming in here and engaging. Morris filling it up. He's really feeling himself. Feeling good after the departure of Kawhi Leonard. We got Ingles in the game. So Conley finally checked out. That was a good 7-minute spurt, though. Mitchell pulling up for his 3 off the back iron. Rebound to Paul George. Paul George getting away with another push. Batum! Batum of the net hits a 3, 21-19. Donnie Mitch. D-Book killed the LA Lakers. This guy is okay. We're getting personal, PB and J. Oh, I feel like PB and J knows that I've been hating on Devin Booker, and now he's just taking personal shots at me in the chat here. D-Book killed the Lakers. Yeah, for like 2 games. They played 6 in the series. That's all I got to say. And if AD doesn't get hurt, Lakers would have lost in the second round. Batum gets the steal and the bucket. Oh, that's garbage. You can't give that up. Where's the desire to win by the Jazz, too? Like, who's the guy on their team that's going to take over? There's my favorite meme that Joe's been putting up ever since the Lakers got eliminated. Overrated. Mitchell on the drive, the kick to Royce O'Neal in the corner. Bucket! We got Pat Bev in the game. It's always fun. Ty Lue calling a timeout with 3:08 after the Royce O'Neal 3. Jazz up 1. What was that, love? I think you just get a rest. Got a long game. Maybe also, too, to like let other players that are sore tighten up a little bit. Because that was one of the things, that was one of the reasons why James Harden played so much. What'd you say? I know. I heard what you said about Pat Bev earlier. I was like, I'm not going to repeat that. If anybody heard it, I'm sorry. What was I saying? Injuries. Oh, yeah. Tighten, so James Harden ended up playing like 46 minutes the other night because they just didn't want it to tighten up. He just met me 30 minutes ago. Yeah. That's okay. We can become fast friends, although we're on the opposite side of things. And I do like the debate. I do like hearing people's opinions. I also have a little bit of contrarian in me. Like, even if somebody has a really strong opinion, I just like to take the other side just for fun. Just 'cause it's fun to argue. See how far I can take it. Maybe I can make myself believe my own ridiculous arguments sometimes. Dos Equis. Maybe I should get a beer. Maybe that's what I need. Oh, I love this. Did you do this, Joe? No, you didn't? Okay. This is... I'm a Bucks... Oh! Hey! I'm a Bucks fan for the time being, too. We can bond over that in Game 7. Chris Middleton is one of my favorite players in the NBA. I often tell people I think he's better than Giannis. And when I say often, I mean every time I get in front of a microphone, I tell somebody that Chris Middleton is the best player on the Bucks. Joe, I really love that photo. Like, that's what Rudy Gobert sees in his nightmares, is that picture. Is that nonsense? Daddy Giannis. Except for the fourth quarter, of course. You know, those crucial times of basketball games when you can't make free throws or shoot a 3. What was I? Oh, yeah, the Terrence Mann. That's what I want to do. I want to Photoshop something so we could see like Terrence Mann's like bedroom, and he's just got like posters of himself dunking over Rudy Gobert. Like, there's got to be some memes happening for that if people knew who Terrence Mann was. Terrence Mann was my prediction for last game, too. I see. I'm for it. I'm all for it. Coming out of the timeout, looks like Rachel's giving us an update on Donovan Mitchell hobbled. I don't know. Maybe part of me really wants the Jazz to continue, but the other part is like, if they're not going to be healthy, that's not going to be very much fun in the next round. I'd rather watch two healthy teams play than one team with their superstar hobbled, especially if Devin Booker's going to be healthy and Donovan Mitchell's not. Then I got to listen to how Devin Booker is better than Donovan Mitchell, and I don't believe that at all. He needs an extra seconds. He takes 20. Yeah, he should. You know what? We should talk about that. Should be a new NBA rule, PB and J. I think, like, let's say Brook Lopez shoots his free throws in 4 seconds. He should be allowed to carry those 6 seconds over and give them to Giannis. Like sort of a, unlimited minutes, like a cell phone plan. You could just transfer them over to somebody else. Nick Mack jumping in here. Terrence Mann is better than Ben Simmons. Well, he's contributed more in the first 10 minutes of this game than Ben Simmons did. And again, Terrence Mann goes at Rudy Gobert, and this time he doesn't even jump. He's got poster phobia. He's like, I'm tired of this young kid disrespecting the Champs-Élysées. Even on a bad wheel, Donovan Mitchell getting to the rack, hobbling back on defense, just gutting through this performance. I wonder if he's gotten any of the cortisone shots. PG swings an elbow again, but no call. Jazz by 4. Oh my goodness. Why? Why do you pick and roll to Rudy Gobert? Why do you guys think that all of a sudden game 90 of the season that he's just like developed an offensive game? He hasn't. Wait, what did I miss here? Well, the Clippers don't have Kawhi. Yeah, they don't have Kawhi, but at least they have a healthy Paul George. Like, we could see if Paul George could continue playing well without him. I think most people don't think that's realistic. George Niang with some positive defense in the corner. Donovan Mitchell with a 4-point play. Taking a little bit of contact, leaning in, stroking the 3. PJ, Kuzma to China. That's Joe's joke, or is that a legitimate thing? Joe, did you start this rumor of Kuzma to China? He did. He's nodding feverishly in the background that he started that. But Donovan Mitchell takes a little bit of contact from the young man, hits the 3, and has a chance for a 4-point play. Jazz up by 7. Closing quarter strong. I'm a big believer in that. We're getting our first look at Jordan Clarkson tonight, who I'm also a big fan of, obviously. As we talked about with, I think it was Cecilia from the Philippines last night. Up by 8. Van Gundy's losing his mind on something. I can't hear exactly what it is. Off the back iron for Morris, but Pat Bev hustle continues to be the reason why I think he's on the court over playoff Rondo. Batum from the corner again, but this time he misses, and Niang with a rebound. Niang finally having a couple of positive things. I haven't really seen much positivity out from Donovan Mitchell. Going hard. I don't know if that was a great move. Slow to get off the ground. Numbers for the Clippers. Morris. Splash. 3. Donovan Mitchell back on the other end. Coming up the court like he's running like he's got cement boots on. But he's attacking again, continuing to stay aggressive. This is what I wanted to see. We didn't see this a lot last game. Pat Bev aggressive underneath. Oh my goodness. Rudy Gobert can't even dominate guys that are 6'10". These guys are like 6 to 8 inches shorter than him under the basket, and he can't even get any putbacks on these guys. Oh, I'm a big football dude, so if we're gonna talk football, I'm ready. I'm always down to talk football. You can throw something out. I'll banter football back and forth. They did not call a foul on that. That's not a shooting foul, is it? This is okay. This is what the league was talking about. They got to get it. Jazz in 7. This is it right here. I love this. Yusuf. Jazz in 7. I'm with you. Let's go. Let's start it. That was a weak foul. He took his off arm, threw it through the ball like this, came up and shot it. Like, they need to look at some of these. That's not part of a shooting motion. You can't just slap the guy next to you and then get a foul for it and get free throws. It's just such a cheap, like a dirty move. The game's already offensive enough. You can't even play defense anymore. And now you're giving these bullshit fouls. Hot take here. Devontae Adams over DeAndre Hopkins. I don't really think this is that hot of a take. I mean, he's been better than him for a few years. Full court heave by Conley to end the quarter. The Clippers close strong on 3 cheap free throws given to them by the officials. It's 33-31 Jazz at halftime. PB&J, let's look at this real closely. It's still pretty close, but I would say that Devontae Adams, who's younger and playing with Aaron Rodgers, is probably, I would say that's right there. DeAndre Hopkins has played with good quarterbacks too. Like, he went from Deshaun Watson to Kyler Murray. Although I think he started off his career with Matt Schaub, which is not good, as old people like to say. Oh, thank you, Joe. I needed this one. I'm not feeling good about the way that quarter ended for the Utah Jazz. That's funny, too. Sometimes you put up memes and I'm like, I wish I thought of these. Yeah. No, I think, okay, like, I would say this. To me, this would be a hot take. Calvin Ridley will be the number 1 receiver in football this year. That, to me, is more of a hot take. You make an argument that Julio's gone and, Kyle Pitts will still be learning the offense, and that Calvin Ridley's his usage rate goes up and targets and everything like that. I think you'd alienate a lot of people saying that he'd be better than Diggs, Brown, DK, Devontae. But that, to me, is a hot take. Which, by the way, I'll make it. Loudly and proudly. Is Joe putting up old comments to troll me? Adams, Hopkins, Diggs, Thomas, Hill, Julio, Justin, Ridley, Keenan, Metcalf. I would move up Hill, but I'm good. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I feel like somebody's missing in there, but I'm not really sure. A.J. Brown's probably down towards the end of this list in that Keenan, Metcalf area, Ridley area. But you still got Julio in there at 6, and I'm not sure that Julio's that guy anymore either. We'll see. We'll see how he bonds and connects with Mr. Tannehill. Commercials. The Grande Nacho Box. Yuck. Unless Taco Bell wants to be a proud sponsor of the Warzone Sports Network, in which case, muchas gracias. I kind of feel like I want to get a drink. Maybe I'll wait till halftime. Pour myself a little whiskey on the rocks. Anybody else having a drink out there? You having a drink? You want to have a drink with me? When I get okay, I'm gonna get drunk. That's the plan. All right, let's see here. AJ gonna fall off because of Julio. I don't see that happening. He's too young. I think if anything, they pay the respects to Julio. That opens up more. Now that whenever you have another guy, they got to double somebody. And if they double Julio to start the season, then AJ eats. When you double AJ, then maybe that helps Julio out a little bit. If Corey Davis could have been that guy, AJ Brown could have been even maybe that much better. Jordan Clarkson going strong to the rack. Oh, I'm 14, so I can't. I didn't know that. Good. Don't drink. It's not good for you. Who's that? Paul George with a step back three to make it 34-35. Clarkson looking to be aggressive. I like that. Don't settle for threes. Back-to-back attacks to the basket. This is really what they need to do. They're doing the right thing on the road. Get in there. Get the bunnies. Do what you have to do. Represent for the Philippines. I know they're going crazy over there. Joe Ingles playing some good defense on Paul George, who's pulling up, and he's still feeling it. Paul George is just, he's feeling it. He just wants all of the critics to know he hears all the horrible things you say. And Paul George just continues to just play great for now 6 consecutive quarters. I don't know, maybe a foul on that. Love to see that one again. Oh, and Paul George overreacting again. Okay. The wife's over here talking shit about LeBron James. She didn't say the name, but we all know. She was referring to the Paul George flop as very LeBron-esque. Playoff Rondo in here. Nicholas Batum having a great night so far. 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals. This should be the line of a max player fellow countryman, Rudy Gobert, and it's not. I don't know what Rudy's numbers are, but they're not that good. And it also comes with like dunked on 3 times in the first quarter. It was ridiculous. Is Kawhi even at the game? Good defense. Clarkson coming back up the court. Over to Conley. Conley trying to get Rudy Gobert involved. And it's not there. And Terrence Mann just showing off the hops. Terrence Mann is making the most of his opportunity. He didn't play great last game, but he's off to a tremendous start in this one. But he did have the dunk last game and a couple of really nice defensive plays, offensive rebounds, and he didn't force anything in the last game. And you got to like that when young kids get an opportunity and they don't force it. Rudy Gobert finally does something positive for 7'4" and gets a putback on the offensive end. Congratulations, Rudy Gobert. Welcome to the elite club of guys over 7 feet tall who can lay the ball in off the glass. It's a very limited you and Taco Falls. Woo! Playoff Rondo showing that he's still got some wheels. Cutting to the rack with a layup. Mike Conley rocking rough and stuff with his Afro puff. Gets the ball to Jordan Clarkson. Fakes the 3. Comes in for a little floater off the glass. And another putback by Rudy Gobert. Right there. You take a couple shots at the Stifle Tower. And there it is. Rondo flexing on a step back 3. Jazz 41-40. Mike Conley running the offense. First time in this series. He's on the floor with Joe Ingles and Jordan Clarkson. Ooh, almost a third putback for Gobert, but he can't time his jump properly. I don't know what the hell that was. Paul George misses the three.
Where's that in the center?
What is it?
No, I'm talking about where's that like people in the center?
$43-40 Jazz, 7:55 to play. Paul George dribbling at the top, hitting man in the corner. He fakes the three. He tried to punk Gobert. He's like, I'm about to dunk on you again. Snatching chains like Debo in this series. Oh, I know. R.I.P. to Debo. Jordan Clarkson coming back down, trying to extend the lead. Want to see something great happen here. Joe Ingles. Mike Conley, shot clock going down. We got a Jordan Clarkson three, and he gets a foul called on it. And Batum is apoplectic about it. That is a 3-shot foul. With the shot clock winding down, what a terrible foul.
Wait, how is that a foul?
He hit him on the wrist, apparently.
There, it's all ball. Look.
Oh, that is all ball.
Challenge that shit.
That is
I
all
didn't even saw that.
all ball all day.
How did that referee see it anyways? He's on the other side.
Okay. I
How
get
did this referee see it though?
I don't know.
Challenge that shit.
But here's the thing though.
Can't get 3 shots.
Here's the thing. Do you want to waste your challenge right now? Like this early in the game?
This is a 3-shot.
It is 3 free throws for a guy who shoots a high clip, but like
Exactly. So why they're already behind by 3 points, right?
I know, but then
So
what
why not
happens?
just challenge it? It's almost the end of the second.
But in an elimination game, let's say at the end of the fourth quarter, you need to challenge another one. Don't you want that in the final couple minutes of the fourth quarter? Like the final 4
Or
minutes?
Is there going to be something more like this that can be more challenging?
I play in the world of ifs. That's the way I play.
Exactly, and what happens all the time?
I don't know. I'm crushing
I'm
life.
going to do the opposite of you because every time it does the
I'm
opposite
crushing
of you,
life.
it works.
Are you cheering for the Clippers right now?
I am.
I can't even. Guys, this has now turned into a marriage counseling session. My wife and I are Laker fans. She just told me she's cheering for the Clippers. I don't know how to handle this. And I'm going to start drinking at halftime. It's not good. This isn't good. I thought I was in a good place. Now I'm falling apart. I think this call is under review, though. My wife says that she would. Anybody out there in the chat, would you challenge? Would you waste your challenge right here?
8 minutes in. 8 minutes in.
Oh yes, I remember this moment. PB and J, snatching chains. A cave. Yes, look at this. PB and J is like congratulating you. He wants to thank you for coming over to the Clippers side.
But I'm not on a Clippers side.
You just said you were cheering for the Clippers.
I am cheering for the Clippers, but I'm not a Clippers fan.
We're done.
I just feel bad for them.
She feels bad. It's kind of like going to like a shelter and seeing a puppy, an abused puppy. That's how she feels about them. Okay, I do want to know this. So PB and J, you wouldn't use your challenge right now. I wouldn't use my challenge right now either. There's a lot of basketball left. I would just say, hey ref, you screwed up on that call. Now make it up. Because they do that all the time. Refs always make up calls. We had that referee in the NHL who was like, got hot mic, and he's like, yeah, I hate Nashville. They suck. And I wanted to get him a penalty in the first 45 seconds of the game. Like, we know that refs do make up calls.
One ref call it, and the other ref would be like, no, it wasn't a foul. Can they do that?
Yeah, no, they can. Yeah, somebody else can say, hey, I had a better version. They do it a lot of times when it's like, I saw it go off of his
Then
toe.
They don't need to challenge it, but they cannot.
Yeah. He said, I wouldn't. There's too much time. Now I'm back in sync. PB and J. One of my favorite foods, by the way. Although as I get older and fatter, I can't be having all those carbohydrates and sugar. But where are they getting all these Clipper fans from? Like we open back up, and now all of a sudden, people just
They can't watch the Lakers. Fuck it. Watch the Clippers.
we're in LA, and people have been trapped in their homes for a year, and they're like, "Free Clipper tickets? Sure. All I got to do is put on a blue shirt and clap my hands." All of a sudden, we got a house full of Clipper fans.
Look at that shit. All ball.
That's all ball. I don't even know how you would review that and not.
Look at they already had by 44.
I know, but now they challenged.
And there's not gonna be. How much you wanna bet? There's nothing to fucking challenge later in this
Oh,
game.
there will be. There will be. We still have 2.5 quarters of basketball. He's gonna regret. He's gonna regret.
That's it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you that there's gonna be a challenge. They're gonna probably lose if they do challenge something. But this one's obviously good to challenge because it was all.
Yeah, no, they should have won, but now they lost it and they don't have a challenge, and there's 2.5 quarters left. That's my argument. And Jordan Clarkson, look at him out there. It's a Filipino.
Filipino in the house.
Terrence Mann from the corner coming up short. Jazz looking to extend the lead up 49-40. Clarkson going strong to the rack, saying, "Who wants a game 7, ladies and gentlemen? I'll take one." Terrence Mann doing work down low against Favors. Smartly decides after he picks up his dribble to get it to Batum with the flush.
Yes.
Batum with the flush.
Good for you because that was a bad call.
He's feeling angry. They said they took away a block. They stole money out of my pocket. Took food off my kid's table. Jordan Clarkson going for the heat check, and he's still feeling it. Jordan Clarkson is filling up the hoop. Look at that. Batum at the top. Letting the adrenaline go after the block's taken away. Playoff Rondo jacking up another 3. He looks like he's in a rec league game. He's about to get pulled by the better janitor. And Jordan Clarkson is feeling himself right now and flexing on the LA crowd. Even though this wasn't the team that let you go, the Lakers, he still wants to come back to LA and prove that he's the man.
Let's go back.
PB is my nickname. My nickname in football when I play tight end. PB is my nickname in football when I play tight end. I don't know. I don't get it. Now I'm an edge rusher. Okay. But you're 14. There's a lot of growing going on, right? So it's like my nephew went from who's 10 years old because he had to play in like a certain weight class or whatever. But now he's playing quarterback because he's with kids that are all on the same weight level as him. But when he was like a porker, he had to play offensive line because he wasn't allowed to play any other positions. That's youth football is weird. And I guess it depends on what state you're in. Joe Morley making an appearance. How you doing, Joe?
What are you talking about, Tony? You're just going on and on about
That's
some
what I'm-
random stuff.
So I'm supposed to do. I'm talking. I get it. Makes a lot of catches. Are they throwing a lot in Pop Warner to the tight end, or is that just a glorified blocker?
Where's all the Clipper fans today? They sure are quiet. Quiet.
Oh, Joe. I love it. I'm
Clipper
absolutely-
fans. Clippers are
I'm loving
done.
this right now, Joe. I'm loving this. I can't get enough of this game. I can't wait for my brother-in-law to come and pick up his daughter. He might not even come in. He might just send somebody else or be like, send her outside.
Yeah, the way this game is going, he'll just be like, hey, just go. Just go.
Yeah.
Go inside. Sit him out or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this game, Utah, like, what happened to the Clippers from last game?
He's going to do a drive-by. they're not making the shots they were. Reggie Jackson was making shots last game. You had Marcus Morris making shots last game. These guys aren't making shots. Batum's playing good, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Utah's the number 1 seed for a reason, right? They're showing it. It might be taking a little bit more games than they thought. But Tony, if this has to go to Game 7, if this team's up and they go to Game 7, who are you taking? The Clippers are done.
I'm taking the Jazz in a Game 7. I mean, it'll be in Utah. It'll be crazy. That was the thing today. Like, everybody's like, oh, the Hawks will get them in 7. And I was like, well, you're going back to Philly. The place is going to be wild. And we already saw them get on track. We saw them have success with Maxey over Simmons. So now you know that you have this guy to go to who can lead your offense in a pinch. Yusuf, my man, Jordan Clarkson is on fire. Throw that comment on the screen. Let's give a little bit of love to Yusuf here.
Yusuf.
He is on fire, my brother.
Jordan Clarkson's on fire.
Yusuf came in and said Jazz in 7, and he's feeling it right now.
What did he say? Light him up. He's on fire.
On fire.
Clarkson has 16 points, 4 rebounds. Mitchell has 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
And the best part about the way he's doing it is he's getting it through being aggressive. And he got 3 on a cheap call, and now he gets a steal on a bad pick and roll decision by Reggie Jackson and Batum. And he's just continuing to stay aggressive and fire. And now he's getting shooter's touch. Joe.
Well, your boy PG-13 only has 12 points and 4 of 10.
No, he's not having a game. He's not having a game.
I don't like these camera angles, though. I don't like these camera angles for the game. You must be a
Filipino. Look at Jordan Clark. Where are all the Filipinos at tonight in the chat? We're big. Our show's big in the Philippines.
We are big in the Philippines. If people don't know that, we are. We have a lot of following over there, and I respect that. But where you guys at today? Where are all the guys at today? Clipper fans must have known that you were coming at them, Tony, because they're hiding. They didn't want to show up. Mac Daddy didn't want to show up. He knows this game is a run. This is the route. This is done.
Oh, right here. Get your shove. Jordan Clarkson's like, I want to see how hot I am right now. He just hit a step back 3. Now he's hitting turnaround fadeaways. Oh,
we're looking at an 18-point game. This is crazy.
Jordan Clarkson just tried to go like a full-on Kobe Bryant free throw line spin fadeaway.
This is why, Tony.
It did look like Kobe.
This is why the Clippers will never, ever beat the Lakers status. Because of games like this. This is a closeout game to go to the Western Conference Championship, and you're down by 18. And you want respect from the city of LA? LA don't cheer for losers. They don't cheer for losers, Tony.
They don't. LA's a city that loves their front runners, right? Like when USC was really good, there were USC flags and banners and everything. During the Pete Carroll time, like you couldn't. I remember getting on a plane and they were broadcasting on the jetway the USC game because it was packed full of Los Angelinos. Like they're the biggest front running city ever. And now I'm a Los Angelino, by move. Oh, finally some intimidation at the rim from Gobert.
Clipper fans, come out and play.
Oh, Paul George hitting a much-needed bucket, bringing the Clippers within 15. Come on, Jazz. Just finish the game off strong.
Yeah,
finish the game off strong.
I don't know, Tony. You've been getting some bad luck on some games that you've been calling. You've been getting some blowouts. This is another one.
63-45. Yeah, well, the one game that I called, the Joker gets a raw deal out of the end of that game.
Wow, what the hell is wrong with my TV?
I don't know.
I'm way behind you.
Maybe it's a Clippers fan. It's 63-45. Royce O'Neal just hit a 3 to push the lead back to 8.
I just reset it, so I got it back at it. And then
Reggie Jackson on the miss. Donovan Mitchell grabbing another rebound. Stuffing that stat sheet tonight with a bum ankle. Jordan Clarkson is like, it's okay. I'll get you home, my friend.
it's okay.
Bogdanovich.
Oh.
Ooh.
No.
He didn't really get a time to set there.
PB and J said it's okay because he's a Bucks fan. There's no true fans of anybody left in this playoffs. I've already said it. Nobody's rooting for the Bucks. Nobody's rooting for the Hawks. Nobody's rooting for the Jazz or the Clippers. It's just Laker fans, Knicks fans, Boston fans turned into rooting for somebody else now because your team got eliminated. There's no true fans for any of these damn teams out there.
Donovan Mitchell hits another 3. With
Yeah.
a bad foot.
63-48.
Best
is
young
the score
player in
right now.
basketball. No, I think PB's an actual real Bucks fan. Like, he's from Green Bay. He came in here and said that he believes Jordan Love is going to be good.
66-48.
Joe, did
Huh?
you hear? Were you part of this when PB and J in the chat here was saying that he thinks Jordan Love is going to be the real deal?
No, I'm glad I missed it.
Packers, Bucks, Brewers all day.
Man, you must have a bad time. You must hate rooting for teams. I know I'm trying to be nice to him because I know he's young. I saw that he was young, so I'm trying to be nice.
Yes.
But dude, you're still young enough you can take the bandwagon stuff right now, jump on another team, get out of there because those teams suck.
Pushing it to 20. Well, the Packers have been good. They just have had a decade of underachieving with Aaron Rodgers. And Donovan Mitchell, putting on a show. Doesn't matter who's guarding.
Did you call for Mitchell to have a big game tonight?
I said that it would need to be Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell would need health. That was part of my prediction for this game. I said the Jazz were going to win 107-96, I believe.
You've been horrible. You've been horrible in these playoffs.
I have been, but I got the Bucks game 6 right. I got the Sixers game 6 right against the Hawks, and I got the Jazz tonight, and they're up 21. So bite me. Okay. I mean, that's. I don't want to jinx it. It's not 3 in a row, but I do have 2 in a row. Oh, we got a Clippers fan pulling up right now. I just saw him.
Get him out of the car, pull him into the house, get him a headset, get him a mic, bring him on the show. Let's talk some crap. 69-48?
Yes, they're down 21 with 42 seconds to play. Jordan Clarkson has been absolutely on fire in this game.
Utah said, we going to game 7, gentlemen.
I think I'm gonna have to change my setup a little bit so that he'll be able to hear everybody talking.
Well, you better do something. You better do something, Tony Tucker, because it's halftime. It's 42 seconds until halftime.
Donovan Mitchell pulling up. Oh, and he misses, but the tap by Royce O'Neal out to Bogdanovich for
3.
Up 22. Bucket. Up 22 with 26 seconds
You
to
gave
play.
up 72 points in the first half. In the first half of a game that if you win, you move on.
See, their first ever conference championship, by the way. And Paul George, that might have been a foul. Shot clock's off, 9 seconds left, a real chance. Royce O'Neal's like, I'll pull it. Oh, that was a chance to go up 25. Take it. 22-point lead going into halftime. 72-50. Couldn't have been better. Mike Conley had a little bit of success on the pick and roll with Rudy Gobert, which was great. Donovan Mitchell making a lot of threes, able to stay a little bit healthy, but Jordan Clarkson is the big story of the first half because at one point he was able to rattle off double-digit points, hit threes, and most importantly, being aggressive, taking it to the rack. Filipino. Joe, what do you say we take a little break for halftime, and I'll see if I can't come back with a Clippers fan.
All right, see what you can do. If you guys are watching, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. We're taking a break. Clippers down by 22 at the half. Jazz are up 72-50. We'll be back. What's going on, everybody? Still halftime here, still at a commercial break, but the story of the day is the Clippers suck. The Clippers suck. They have nothing going on. The Jazz are killing from three-point land all day. If you're a Los Angeles Clipper fan, which we know you're not, we know there's no such thing as a Los Angeles Clipper fan out there. There's no Clipper fans. So if you're a fake Clipper fan, if you're a Laker fan that's jumping on the bandwagon, if you're just somebody from LA looking for somebody to cheer for during the NBA finals or playoffs, guess what? The Clippers suck. They haven't showed up. They have a chance to reach the Western Conference Championship, their first time ever. They're up 3-2, and they decided to show up and get whooped tonight. They decided to get spanked all over the court, down by 22 points at halftime in Game 6. Game 6, a game that you could have won and said, hey, we're moving on to meet the Phoenix Suns. But no, you decided not to show up. You decided to show up and say, we're not here today. We're not an NBA basketball team. We're not the damn Lakers. We can't shut people down. We can't show up to be a good team. The Clippers are who we thought they were. The Clippers suck. They're going to go into Game 7. It looks like they're going to Game 7 because there ain't no damn way they're coming back from 22 points tonight. So Game 7, we're going to see Utah do this all over again. You're all quiet today. Quiet today. Tony Tucker back in the house. Don't know what we're going to see, Tony. Second half is just going to be even awful, right?
Yes. Donovan Mitchell logo. Well, standing on the Clippers logo, we have a Clippers fan in the house, and he feels pretty strongly that 25 ain't nothing but a thing, and that they're going to do a little comeback right here.
Only thing Clippers are good for is cutting hair and cutting nails, Tony.
Come on, bro. Good job.
Because they're sure not good at playing basketball, I'll tell you that.
Oh, Conley's back?
Conley's back. Yeah. He played nicely in the first half. Not a big deal, but he was able to get Gobert involved a little bit more than the other guys.
Bad switch.
This is first.
Good job. Good job. Rebound. Set it up.
Reggie Jackson is going to have to pick up his play. It's a bad pass by Paul George.
Yeah, you see all those seats, bro?
Oh, he sounds happy back there, Tony.
No, but once they get in there, Drew, you'll see some people. You'll see some people in there. We got where's that Clipper meme that you had earlier?
Which one you want, Tony? I'll find it for you. I'll get it for you.
The rings one.
Oh.
I need you to send that to me so I can send it to Drew.
I don't want to see anything about rings, bro. I'm Frodo. You better calm down with that, bro. Good job.
Oh,
push it.
Come on, Bogdanovich.
There you go, Tony. I got it for you.
Dive it in. Thank you.
Getting a good foul. There it is. This one. I was going to send this to you.
You know, Clippers with the ring. That's funny.
It's funny because it's true, Drew. It's funny because it's true.
I got my headphones on, so he unfortunately can't hear any of the trash you're talking.
Here,
I'm glad he's probably glad, Tony, because
Here,
whew,
come here and sit because it's connected to my microphone. You can explain why the Clippers are going to come back or win in this game or in 7.
yeah, the Clippers are going to come back and win this game. I already know. Come on, push it.
Drew,
Push it. Yeah, what's up?
there's no way.
No, you don't know my Clippers then. You haven't been watching the games. They go on a hot streak with threes, it'll come back.
Nobody watches the Clippers.
I know.
You must be the only Clipper fan in LA.
No, I'm not. There's tons of Clipper fans in LA. We all like cheap seats and good basketball. That's what draws us to the Clippers.
You know why they're cheap seats, right?
Because everybody's drinking that Laker Kool-Aid, but the Lakers are out. You guys signed an aging star with bum knees, and then
Don't
you got
say you
another.
guys.
Huh?
Don't say you guys. I don't root for no damn Lakers.
Okay, good. Well, I know you're a Raiders fan. I just thought you was all in the LA sauce.
Nah, hell no. LeBron sucks too.
Man, LeBron's the GOAT. I just think he's on the Lakers. Good.
Yeah,
Good job. Good job. Push it. Good job, T-Man. Get another poster. Kick it out. Kick it out. Good job. Yes. Told you, man. It's all a game. Now how much are we down by? 16. Now see, you guys don't listen to me. You guys don't listen to me. Good job, T-Man.
I'll give you your own little spotlight. Go ahead.
You guys don't listen to me. 25 ain't nothing. Ty Lue is great at making adjustments. You're going to see a different game at halftime. We weren't ready for Conley to come out and show off. I guess he got Rudy Gobert set up. I've been driving. I haven't been even looking at the game. But when I came in and I saw the 25 points, I said, it's easy. We can come back. We're going to come back and win. Driven over given. And you guys will see LA's true team. Now, everybody if you're really Angelino, I'll let you root for the Lakers. But if you're some transplant who are trying to be a movie star, a comedian, I don't know why you do not root for the Clippers. It's all about starting from the bottom and building something great. And that's what we're going to give you tonight. And I'm telling you, with Chris Paul out, we're going to win some games in the Western Conference, and we're making it to the finals. I don't know what else to say.
Are you going to the finals?
Yeah, I'm going to the finals.
So you're saying Clippers are going to come back tonight, close it out tonight.
Man, listen, man, you can go back and look at some of the old podcasts I did with Tony, and I said the Joker is going to be in the MVP race. I said the Lakers weren't going to get the number 1 seed because they'd be resting people, and I said the Laker team wasn't that good. I know basketball. Trust me, guys. Everything's okay.
Right here, we got a Clipper fan right here, guys. You guys are tuning in. He's telling you right now he don't care if it's 75-59. Don't look at the scoreboard because the Clippers are coming back.
The Clippers is coming back like crack in the 80s. You know what I mean? It's all the same.
He says, get addicted now, guys.
Exactly.
Get on that stuff now.
Because this is just a preview for stuff to come. If you thought people were Warrior fans came out of the woodwork, once we start winning championships, it's over.
I would love to see that day they win championships.
Don't worry, man. We got a billionaire owner who loves basketball. That's what's wrong with the Lakers. The Lakers are an old brand built on Dr. Buss, God bless his soul, who had a passion for basketball. Jeannie Buss cares about money and business. She does not care about the Lakers winning championships. And she sold her soul to LeBron. And what happens to LeBron teams after he leaves? They are gutted and demised. And that's what's going to happen with the Lakers. You already see that they gave away all the good draft picks when they're going to be bad. Like when LeBron's really up there and AD's other knees just blow out. You know what I mean? He's going to be playing on some cadaver knees. But it's okay. You know, somebody has to use a dead body's knees.
We've been throwing up a bunch of Clipper memes right now.
I know. See, everybody, you guys are the uninitiated. This is like the League of Shadows. If you know, we're about to pull a Bane and break you guys' backs tonight, okay?
Let me see if I can get some people in here to get some comments for you, and then we'll read them and see what they say, because it's not often that we get a Clipper fan.
I know, because you don't know real people like me. I'm a real one. Man, D up, T-Man. Switch. Yeah. Push it. PG. Take it. Yes! What I say? Get back on defense. Get back. Set it up. Rebound. It's cool. Run the floor. Good job. Good. T-Man. That's what I'm talking about.
Give me a break.
See, you guys don't watch the game. Does anybody have any comments? Because you guys are sure quiet. Come on. Set it up. Go to the corner. He's going to swing it.
I'm just letting you do your thing, having your time, because it's going to be even better when the
Good. Rebound. Ooh.
Welcome back, Conley.
Yeah, welcome back, Conley. Whatever. Drive a taxi. Good. Get back on defense. Set it up. 81-64. What's the differential right now? How's that not an offensive foul?
17.
That's 15 points.
I hope you roll your ankles.
Superstar calls.
He's trying to be like D-Wade, bro.
He is kind of like that, except a better shooter.
Oh my goodness.
You had all the. You're losing it. Where's it at? Come on, bring it back. Bring that energy back.
We are bringing it back. Don't worry. They're calling bogus fouls. I remember in 06, because I just moved from Dallas, so I was rooting for the Mavericks. In 06, I remember the Mavericks versus the Heat, and I said they're just giving D-Wade calls, and they give Donovan Mitchell calls as well. How's that not a foul, bro? You just can't tap the ball out like a little. See, that's why I don't like the French.
He was pulling on his arm.
It's whatever, bro. That's not even
15
real.
points.
15 points.
The Clippers have done a great job to cut that lead from 22 to 15.
And we're going
looking better.
We're gonna have even more.
What's up,
Set up for the screen. Okay, get back. Set it up, Reggie. Set it up. Screen.
You guys are watching right now. We have a Clippers fan live
Set it up.
on the air.
Swing.
Let him know what you think about his team. He has thick skin. He'll take it. He'll let it. He wants to hear what you think about the Clippers.
Man doesn't want any of that.
I'm gonna go to bed. Talk with you. Is anybody? Ah, man. 21.
So, not good, huh? Not looking good.
That's fine. It's not the fourth quarter yet. We can come back. What's the time?
We got about 7 minutes.
Okay, so if we can get the lead down to the teens by the end of the third quarter, we're winning this game.
Can you see my screen? Can you see the screen right now?
Look at the Clippers championship banners. Yeah, bro, we post selfies because we be pulling all the bad ones in LA, man. We post selfies. What other lame stuff do you have? Let's see.
This is Tony's favorite one of tonight because of and so you just got manhandled.
Yeah, I like that one.
Tony's a big fan of that one.
Yeah.
What else I got? Oh, you're talking about Jeannie Buss. I don't know if Tony sent you this one the other day. He wanted you to know because Laker fans and Clipper fans hate each other so much. But here's the championships.
The Lakers, the Clippers. How many of those? She should be posing with one because she won one of those. Her dad won all. Actually, most of them were won in Minnesota. Most of them were won in Minnesota, and her dad, with the help of the Laker girls, won the other ones. So,
what else we got for you? Find some stuff right now. Yes, but see what Tony doesn't tell you. He is a big fan of Steve Ballmer. He loves him. He loves the way he jumps around. He loves all that stuff.
I'm telling you, man. All we need is a dub, man.
If not, if you don't come back, like you're saying, the Clippers are coming back today.
If we don't come back, Kawhi's going to be in Game 7, and we're going to win.
You think Kawhi actually? I'll bring somebody on right now. 7, what's going on, man?
Not much, brother. How you doing?
We have a Drew Tony Tucker relative. He's a Clipper fan. He's saying Clippers. Don't look at the score.
Okay.
So he don't give a damn what the score is. He said Clippers coming back. There's still a lot of time left. It's his brother-in-law. He's a big Clipper fan. So that's not Tony Tucker.
I thought it was him at first glance. Not saying all mulattoes look alike, but
it's cool, man. We come from the same stock. It's fine.
There you go. I went into the storage and found this old. Found this
Yeah.
oldie but goodie, and it reeks of like grandma's closet, bro.
You got the Malone?
I got a white Malone with the mountains on the top. I thought I put it on for the show. So it's a what? 21-point game? Jeez.
Yeah, if we get it down to teens, I'm saying that if it's 15 or below, we're winning the game.
They just had it at 15.
So 15
Yeah,
or below, you're talking about at the beginning of the fourth?
Yeah, at the beginning of the fourth.
Okay.
You know the Sparks
See, 7
have more
run lead in the last
championships, right?
13, field goals. Everything's fine. Everything is completely fine.
The
Swing
Sparks
ball,
have more
set it up.
championships than the Clippers.
It's cool, man. They play on smaller hoops and with a smaller basketball.
What happened to
Anybody can
you?
dunk on those.
What happened to you, Joe?
What do you mean?
Good.
You used to be this
Okay,
fine, stand-up guy. You just became a complete monster, dude.
Look,
7, I'm with that old school jersey. Tony Tucker loves it.
Where is Tucker at, man?
hold
He's-
on. I'll tap.
He's letting his brother-in-law enjoy the show.
Yeah, I got it.
Letting him
Enjoy
shine a
it.
little bit.
Yeah.
He must
fine,
be in
man.
the doghouse, and he's like, "Honey, I'll put your brother on the show. Everything will be all right."
Good. No, man, you just gotta look at the game, bro. Everything is fine. We're staying in it.
It's not often the Clippers are this far, right? It's not often, so we got to let the Clipper fans get their
Rebound.
glory.
Push it. Push it. Push it. Good. Let's go.
Okay. You guys thought Clipper fans didn't exist. They are real.
I didn't realize that they were at the same house.
My niece came by.
What's going on, Tony?
I'm feeling great. I poured myself a little whiskey.
Hey, he did good. Drew did good. He didn't get a lot of fans to talk. A lot of people talking to him or talk about him. He did good. He still has a lot of faith. That's the crazy point. Like they're down 21, and he's like, "We're coming back." I guess you have to respect that a little bit, right, 7? You have to respect fans that are like that.
Oh, for sure. Hey, if the Hawks can come back from what was it, like 20 something, Clippers can come back from, was that 16, 17, 19 now. 19. Hey, you know what? If they can get it to, let's say 13 or 12, they've got a chance. You know, how's playoff P playing?
Oh,
We haven't done a score check in a while for these people, so I'll do it right now. Paul George has 16 points. He's 6 of 15. He has 5 rebounds, 6 assists on the night. But it's been all Mitchell on the other end. The
Clarkson.
3-point, Clarkson's on one. The 3-point shooting of the Jazz tonight. Whew.
7, here's the deal with Paul George. He's not been as aggressive as he was last game. That was what was so impressive about him is typically he'll settle for more jump shots in 3-pointers and stuff like that. He was very aggressive last game. He settled for more shots in this game. And he has not been as hot as he was.
Well, we had zero expectation of him last game, and he showed up. And now that it's a closing game, and now he's doing his regular routine. I mean, I'm actually not surprised that both all the teams that went up 3-2 ended up losing in Brooklyn, Atlanta, and hopefully Clippers can pull it out, but it's not looking that way.
Yeah, but the Hawks, the thing is that the Hawks had a home game. This is a home game for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Shut up, you big tall freak.
This is what we get.
That is, you got to take it at the bottom. That's the defensive player of the year, and he can't do anything again. Like he does, he looks
like Mr. Fantastic.
It's weak. Yes, he does. He looks like a Stretch Armstrong doll. He doesn't. He's fragile. Don't bump into me.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's still a 17-point lead, and I feel good. I feel good about where the Jazz are at.
I don't know if there was any feeling in this game that was like the Jazz are going to lose it. At any point in this game, there was the Jazz have had control since the opening tip.
Well, I mean, Joe, it's basketball is so different in the way that like the Sixers had a 26-point lead against the Hawks in Game 5 and lost.
Yep.
Like there really is. I mean, right now, if he makes this free throw, it's a 15-point game with 4:30, right? 4:30 to play in the third quarter.
I mean, nobody listens to me. I'm just a crazy dude who likes the Clippers. If we get it below 15, we're winning this game.
You heard it here first, folks. Hey, it's down to 16. They can get it to 12.
Defense.
What do you guys make of that Kemba Walker trade?
It's
rebound.
If it sort of fits
Rebound.
It fits with the Thunder organization, right? Like even Drew was saying, like it's a terribly, poorly run organization. It doesn't really make any sense, and I don't think he stays there for very long.
Good. What'd I say, bro? Everybody looks like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy.
Where's he at, Tony? Put him on camera.
Crazy. Okay?
Hold on, Tony.
I'm
Get him
sane.
on
I'm real sane. I'm going to the finals.
Clippers fans.
He can't leave, Tony. We got to keep him around.
You got to keep him
It's only going to get better when they lose. I want him to keep that same energy in the fourth when they're 2 minutes left and they're down by 30.
He's got to go. He's got to go. His wife is outside waiting.
12-point games.
I know. And that's really what he said, too, was like if the Clippers could get it down to somewhere like this and make it sort of semi-manageable, they had a real shot, This is hilarious to me. Like
I'm not gonna lie, Tony. I kind of wanted the Clippers to win today. Selfish reasons, because I didn't want to do a third Game 7. You know what I mean?
Just fatigue.
Being on the air, it's a lot. It takes a lot. What are we? We were on the first game earlier today, and now the second game. It takes a lot.
No, it definitely does. On Sunday, there's 2 of them, and I should be able to be around for both of those. So.
Oh yeah, it's Father's Day. Just tell them that's for my Father's Day gift. I'm going to be on the Warzone Sports Network
for 6 straight hours.
6 straight hours, commercial-free basketball.
No, I don't. I'm not. I don't care about Father's Day. It's not.
This is the one day you get new calzones, new socks.
Yeah,
you get all that fixed up, Tony. No more holes.
Come in.
Come on, Clarkson.
You might get a bottle of Jameson.
7 knows what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's it, man.
Okay,
you
so
get to replace those draws with that one hole in it that your testy keeps falling in. I don't know if we can say that online, but
too late now. Too late now. We're not hitting it out.
Get those new socks. That's it, man. That Kirk. Hopefully, she went to Costco and got you that Kirkland brand.
So you get the extra couple pairs in there.
That's it.
This is the game
what did he say?
This is the game that I projected Terrence Mann to have last time when I did my outlandish prediction for Game 5. I said Terrence Mann was going to go for a career high 30+ and he was going to ball out in Kawhi's absence. I was a game early. Okay, 7. This is sort of like your projection of Austin Eckler, right? Like sometimes you're just a little early, but you are right.
Yeah,
I watched Terrence Mann several times this year when Kawhi sat out, and he could fill it up when he needs to. Oh my goodness! They got a 7-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Our celebration may have been premature, Joe.
Dude, I might have to take this jersey off. Put it back in the.
They're shook. They're shook
Clippers,
right now.
Clippers are a team full of Kuzmas. You see that, Tony?
The threes aren't falling. They're not playing any defense. I didn't see that.
Is your brother-in-law still around?
No, he had to go. I think he's already on the road.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't even want that kind of energy in here right now. I'm trying to. He's on one. Like he gets He was the guy that I originally started my podcast with when I was doing Project Dribble, and it was always like this. It was constant like that. Oh, here goes my baby. Hang on. Ah! She's about to take down everything. Goodness.
I just liked how he got in the camera. He showed his face. He said, "I'm crazy. I'm crazy."
Hi. Oh, shit.
Tony Tucker getting attacked by his own dog live on camera.
Holy shit.
You guys are watching. There's a couple of you guys out there watching Clippers Jazz. This is game 6. Clippers were down by 21 at one point. They were down by 22 at halftime. They brought it all the way down. They're down by 7. If the Clippers can somehow pull this game off, they'll be going to their first Western Conference Finals in history. A chance to do something like to be on LA's good side for once in their lives. They're not the Lakers. They never will be the Lakers, but at least fans can have something to hang their hats on.
Yeah. What's going on, Boo?
But let's just say, LA will not respect you if you lose this game.
This is the kind of performance that you want from a championship team, right? Like
you want the comeback?
If you really are a championship squad, when you're down 25 at home in a closeout game and you're putting together this kind of performance to close out the third, and the stadium's going insane, like this is what you want. Your best player is out. Your best player in a guy that they think, like may leave, may go to Dallas, may go to New York or whatever. You got to also be at the same time fighting to keep Kawhi Leonard on the Clippers.
Yeah. Are you giving respect to Tyronn Lue?
Of course. Why wouldn't you give respect to Tyronn Lue?
Just saying, is he the reason they made these adjustments? Is he the reason they're coming back in this game?
Well, I mean, the adjustment that he had to make that's so, it's almost out of necessity. It's Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann is 34 points. And if you go back to what I said a few seconds ago, I thought that he had the capability to do this. You just got Terrence Mann handled in this game. I said he would have plus 30 points. It was game 5. Instead, it's game 6. He's very capable to fill in for Kawhi Leonard. No questions asked that this kid can ball. This game is now within. It was 25 points less than 20 minutes ago, and they're within 5 at home. They could realistically be leading this game at the end of the third quarter. Donovan Mitchell's getting tape on his ankle. And Michael Conley hasn't played basketball in like a month.
Yeah. You see that he's really the glue of that team. When he went down, they kind of fell apart.
5-point game. It was up by 22 at halftime.
Oh my god.
Ooh, man. I'm kind of with.
Oh my goodness, they're getting loose balls and just crushing threes in the corner. Reggie Jackson's finally making shots.
Tony's a little ahead of us, 7, just to let you guys know. But yeah, I just saw that 3 right now. Ooh, 2-point game, ladies and gentlemen. 20-point deficit. 22-point deficit gone. That 22-point deficit is nothing. This is a brand new game. This is take that crap off.
Put that Malone jersey back in mothballs and replace that with your old Vlade Divac Sacramento jersey right now.
Oh,
92-88. 90. Tony, I don't know. I wasn't believing it. I wasn't believing in the Clippers coming back. But
dude, as soon as your brother-in-law left, they made that run.
He came on in his defense. He came on.
So was there any challenge?
He said 15. If they got it to 15, they'd had a chance.
Yeah,
yes.
It's 4 points right now.
Was there any challenges?
Clippers have had a chance to tie it or to at least bring it in within 2 again. What do we got? Our scoreboard on the screen is a little behind, but there's 55 seconds left.
55 seconds. We got a timeout. Chauncey Billups, future NBA coach, going to get hired this offseason for sure, definitely with all these vacancies, whispering in the ear of Pat Bev. Paul George at the three-point line dribbling. They bring the double team, but they give up. Paul being aggressive hasn't been like that all game. Kicking it to Man, having a career night. This is the three, but Donovan Mitchell gets the rebound, dribbling up court. He's being aggressive and gets the foul. He's going to the line. Jazz up 4 right now.
Jazz up with what? A little over 30 seconds left.
31 seconds. 31.9. This is what you got to do.
Any predictions for these other games for tomorrow or for the weekend?
For the next 2 game 7s?
Mm-hmm.
I do. I have the Bucks beating the Nets because Kyrie's still not back, and I don't believe Harden will be able to be any more effective than he was last game. That wasn't enough. You're telling me you got to bank on another great game from Jeff Green and that Joe Harris could find a stroke and be the difference maker. But I'm going to take Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton to show up on a road playoff game finally and help Giannis and the Bucks bring it home. And maybe you get a couple threes from PJ Tucker. There's just a little bit deeper team that I trust with the Bucks than I trust with the Nets. And then in the Sixers and Hawks game 7, I'm going with the Sixers. They're at home. I think we're going to see more Maxey and less Simmons in that game.
5-point game. Let's go. Come on, Clippers.
Look at Reggie Jackson calling for the screen from Pat Bev. Kind of a very odd screen partner, but Reggie Jackson.
Why am I rooting for the Clippers now?
Reggie Jackson, you made it very obvious why you're rooting for the Clippers, because you don't want to do another game 7 here on the Warriors.
That's right, folks. A little selfish of me, but I don't care.
Doesn't get it in, and the Clippers have successfully cut into this lead.
Guys, 94-91. 94-91.
Wow.
They shot 15 of 21 in that quarter.
It's the end of the third quarter. It was Jazz were up by 22 at halftime. 72 points scored on them. And they what was it? So it was 41-22 in the third quarter. Clippers scored 41 points in the third quarter. Flash Johnson said it correctly, Tony. Holy shit.
This is not the kind of – this is – okay, I picked the Jazz to win. As I said, I poured myself a celebratory drink. It feels a little foolish at this point. But a 25-point lead, you're rolling. You wouldn't think you're going to get dumped like that.
I don't know, Tony. Grab your phone, retweet this. Put Eric, come join the Clipper celebration because I think they're coming back. Put it out there. Get the Clipper fans in here. Let's give them a celebration because the Clippers are going to the Western Conference Finals today.
CP3 with a Clippers reunion? Didn't they end on bad terms?
Yeah, and if CP3 would love to take down the Clippers, and I think they would love to take him down.
On his both on their road to the finals, that should be good.
Woo! If you're a Clipper fan, you're loving it today. Down by 22 at halftime, scored 41 points in the third quarter. 7, that's crazy. 41 points in the third quarter within 3. If you're the Utah Jazz, Kevin, are they in your head a little bit?
You said Kevin.
I mean, 7?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, I definitely, especially you're on the road. Utah, I know they've had a good series last year versus the Nuggets, but they're relatively an inexperienced team. This is a kind of a prove-it moment for Mitchell. He's going to have to take over and put points on the board, whether it's driving, shooting, or getting to the line.
Yeah, I think so too. Woo! Sorry, I'm trying to get some people's reactions on here. Like, y'all missing out on this? Y'all missing out.
Yes, I am too, and I can't do two things at once. So I don't know
Tony
why
Tucker, yeah.
I don't know why
This is
you
where you gotta
tasked me
run
to.
the
I don't know why you
subscribe
tasked me
ad,
to do
Joe.
something on my
Huh?
phone.
You gotta run the subscribe to the Warzone Sports Network ad.
Oh yeah. If I just push a button for a second and be like, yeah, guys, check this out. I think it's this one. And there we go.
Snap. State. Jazz 45-point lead, and the Clippers pull within 3 to go to the fourth quarter. Tyronn Lue is trying to hold his emotional reaction back. Being interviewed by Rachel Nichols.
Terrence Mann is definitely better than Ben Simmons.
Ooh.
Shit, at this point, I'm better than Ben Simmons.
PG trying to flush. Trying to get the Clipper faithful into this game to start the fourth quarter. Can't complete it.
Clippers
Clarkson
fan.
needs to be aggressive again. Remember when they got this big lead? It was because Clarkson was being aggressive. But now this Clippers defense is like, they woke up. They came to play.
Well, when you score 41 points in the third quarter, Tony, come on.
I know, but that wasn't the case for the longest time. Like, Jordan Clarkson was having his way with anybody that was in front of him for a few minutes. Like, he was heat checking his heat checks. Like, he was just insane for, I don't know, the final 6 minutes of the second quarter. And then the second half was just, it's not, I feel like we played two different basketball games.
Said zone defense is unbelievable.
They have a stat up right now. LA Clippers all-time conference finals appearances, 50 seasons, and then there's a big 0. Like, this is a shitty graphic to put on the screen. But Batum has tied the game at 94.
Wow.
Yeah, they put it right there at the bottom. 0 all time.
Donovan Mitchell. This is
woo!
Oh my goodness. Rudy Gobert misses a bunny.
This is horrible for the Jazz. You're the number 1 seed. You had a 22-point lead at halftime to force a game 7. And the Clippers said, not today, sir. We're sending your ass home.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Mike yesterday. You got no LeBron, no AD, no Lakers. CP3's got COVID issues. Like, Utah, this is your moment. You got no Kawhi. It's not going to get any easier than this. Murray's coming back for Denver. It's now or never.
Yeah.
Woo!
I fully agree with that assessment. Like, this really is the Jazz time to take advantage of. Kawhi Leonard has been injured now for this. We're going on 8 quarters of this series, and they're just collapsing. They're folding under the pressure, the moment. A game 5 at home, no Kawhi Leonard, and they get absolutely smoked by the Clippers. And now they've blown a lead, and they're losing.
Yeah.
This is the Clippers' first lead since 40-39. And they were down 25 points at one point.
Horrible, huh? It's just going to be a Clipper party. Well, you think they'll throw a parade in L.A. just because of this?
I mean, it might be a parade, maybe some lowriders or something that go and honk their horns or whatever, but it's not. Steve Ballmer.
Have a heart attack, dude.
Yes. My wife just said that she fears for Steve Ballmer's health. Thank you, Donovan. Thank you, Donovan. This is what
Ballmer's kind of like the new Mark Cuban. Like, Mark Cuban kind of simmered down and his spirit moved on to Steve Ballmer.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. That Mark Cuban has kind of calm down.
Real reserve now. What's going on with Dallas?
Oh my God, he's gonna get fouled out.
They can't win.
Dallas is just going through its own little like drama right now, and I think this happens most times when you have young superstars. Actually, like I think that like everybody in the organization is catering to one person, and we didn't really know a lot of all the ins and outs of it before, but now with social media and everybody fighting and pulling content out of everywhere and everything being such juicy details, now we're seeing all of the ugliness that goes on.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, you've got no Nelson, no Carlisle. Porzingis isn't happy with his role. A lot of Mavs feel like he should just be thankful to be on the roster because he hasn't been available when they needed him the most.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't understand where his sort of self-entitled like I should be a superstar. It's like, bro, you haven't played like a superstar since you've been in Dallas. And I'm not, injuries are a part of the game. That's fine. You can be injured, but you can't then like come get to a microphone after and be like, I'm tired of how I'm being treated in this organization. It's like, bro, you're getting millions of dollars. You're being compensated for your time. It's not like you're doing a fucking charity role, bro.
Terrence Mann, 34 points, Tony.
I said it. I called it. Not this game, but last game.
I didn't think.
Fuck! I shouldn't have started drinking, guys. This is my fault.
99. I didn't think that I would see the Clippers this close. I thought this game was a blowout. I thought this game was over. Oh, damn. Big three.
Like, just imagine if Kawhi Leonard can actually come back. Like, let's, if we're being optimistic and this guy doesn't have a season-ending knee injury and he can actually come back, the Suns Clippers is going to be absolute fire for 6 or 7 games. Like, that would be insane.
Kawhi comes back game 3 as soon as CP3 comes back from COVID protocol.
The Clippers are making a statement here. This is going to be, I don't know. I would love to see the shows tomorrow morning of what everybody's talking about, of how the Beverly and the Clippers going somewhere down by 22 at halftime, Tony. Down by 22 at halftime. We were poking the Clippers like they were dead, and they just rised up like the Undertaker and said, hello.
Oh, my goodness. This is there. And here, the crazy thing is the Clippers are getting and doing whatever they want. Like, it's not even like they're getting lucky. They're being bullies. Like, they showed up and they're like, hey,
They're not bullies, they're playing.
yeah, we're the best team. We have the best players. And they're playing like it.
It's like the Jazz were like, hey, we're good. We're good at halftime. At halftime, they were like, we have no adjustments. We were just go do the same damn thing, not expecting the Clippers to change it up.
Joe, they just opened up a 7-point lead. The Clippers are up 8:39. Timeout has been called by Quinn Snyder. Definitely needed a timeout.
Guys, hey, your brother-in-law is probably going insane right now. Wish we still had him on camera because he pulled the camera to his face and he said, I'm crazy. They're coming back. They're coming back. He knew it. We're looking at Clippers versus Suns in the Western Conference Championship game, series, whatever it is, Tony.
I'm at a loss of words. Like a 25-point lead and you've done this. Like, where's the fight? You're the number 1 team in basketball all year long. Where's your heart that we are about to go to the conference finals. We have Donovan Mitchell. Like, we have a good team. We have a chance to have a game 7 at home. Like, we need in the final 8 minutes and 40 seconds to see fight, to see heart, to see the desire to win.
The Jazz have they're not showing anything in this second half. There's nothing from the Jazz that make me believe that they want this game anymore. They have they thought they had this game wrapped up, came out of halftime and just got smacked in the mouth and started crying, and they're done. Once they saw that little bit of blood, they were like, "Mommy, I'm done."
Oh, Joe, I need you to start throwing up some choke. We need to like go down the like choke meme roll, the absolute.
Yeah, because holy crap!
Because the Jazz are on an absolute choke fest.
Where's that Reggie Miller?
Yes, exactly.
That one right there.
Just staring. The Clippers are all going full Reggie Miller right now, staring Spike Lee in the eye.
This is pretty damn bad.
I honestly don't know. I don't have. This isn't the Clippers. Like, the Clippers are the team that got beat by like 52 points this year. People forget about that. They got beat by the Mavericks by like 50-something points this year. They're a team that didn't win a home playoff game in the first round until Game 7 in the first round against the Mavericks. It's what they're doing right now without Kawhi Leonard. This is so impressive. It's beyond impressive. Like, this is a team that's galvanizing around each other.
Yeah. Remember, they got made fun of for intentionally losing so that they didn't have to run into the Lakers.
Yep.
Yeah, and Joe has plenty of memes about how that works. You know how you can avoid the Lakers? AD can suffer another knee injury. This is impressive. I honestly, if I'm Quinn Snyder, I'm calling a timeout, and I'm just like, who wants to win?
Nobody on Utah wants to win.
You think they're just mentally defeated? What happened? They just mailed it in. They thought it was getting prepared for Game 7. What happened?
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. It's the same way I feel about, it's sort of like in football when we talk about teams going to the prevent defense too early. Like you start going to the sort of relaxed, a little bit softer, trying not to get fouls. You start settling for a few more shots that you shouldn't be settling for instead of continuing to just put your foot on the gas and try to bury somebody.
The Utah Jazz starting to look like the Atlanta Falcons.
Donovan kicks, Bogdanovich hits, needed it, had to have it. Jazz need an answer. Reggie Jackson continuing to be aggressive, loses the ball. Finally, the defensive player of the year does something worth defensive player of the year. And he's calling for it under the hoop. Bro, you're not getting it. And Bogdanovich, during that timeout, when Quinn asked Bogdanovich, probably in another language, said, "Hey, bro, I want the ball."
I think we're getting a phone call from the Jazz, Tony. I think they're calling us.
Yes. Hello. Who am I speaking with? Oh, this is Karl Malone. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, we aren't supposed to be here right now. Steve Ballmer pounding the floor as PG makes another bucket.
Woo!
Jordan Clarkson. Where is second quarter Jordan Clarkson? Attack, my friend. Thank you. Oh, and he doesn't get the roll. Pick your head up. I don't like to see bad body language.
They've got an all-star, defensive player of the year, and sixth man of the year on that roster.
This man kid, I don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is, but she loves him.
I know. You guys can hear my wife cheering for the Clippers in the background?
Yeah.
No, I'm copying for the players.
Oh my goodness. He is Peter Parker. He has been bitten by the Kawhi Leonard bug.
Let's see. What did he say? I hate Paul George. I predicted Nets versus Clippers, but I want to be wrong more than ever.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm surprised he's not rooting for the NBA equivalent of the Chargers.
Oh. So you're saying the Rams are the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? My brother-in-law actually believes that because he's a Chargers and a Clippers fan, and he's always saying, if you're a Lakers fan, you got to be a Rams fan. You can be a Chargers fan. I'm like, I can be a fan of whoever I want.
You know,
Kick
Rams
rocks.
had the greatest show on turf. They had their good little run. You know,
Yeah,
Chargers still chasing greatness.
They're
Just like
definitely
Clippers.
flashier. I get the comparison for sure. They spend more money. Their owners kind of like, you know, he's the guy you want to go to the club with. He's the one who's like, get it, throw it, you know, like on all the players. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Let's get Matt Stafford. We don't even care. It's the same thing with the Lakers. They're like, we don't care about young talent. Julius
You're not
Randle,
sure the fan base really exists. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I know. Like when I met Mike, I was like, "You really a Chargers fan, or do you just play one on the internet? Like, what the hell is this shit? Like, you being real?" Oh man, 5-point lead.
So I thought this game was over at halftime. I keep saying that, but I thought this game was over, and the Clippers have totally turned it around. They were down by 22 it was 72-50 at halftime. The Jazz had it wrapped up. All you had to do was come out and play a little basketball, make a couple, and you let the Clippers come out and smack you around in the second half and send your ass home. Goodbye, Utah. Goodbye, Jazz. You out of here.
Joe, here's my favorite thing about you. It was like a half hour ago. We're getting to game 7. Oh, this is trash. What's happening? Let's talk about game 7. I fall into the trap, and now it's like, Utah sucks. I'm like, you were the greatest host ever. You just get the whichever way this is going right here. Just ride the wave.
I don't have a team in this fight. Don't care who wins, who loses.
Hey, he's a Phoenix
here
man
for the entertainment.
Holy shit! This is.
Should we start singing like nah nah nah? Are we gonna get banned by TikTok if we sing that?
Hey, come on, Jazz.
How much time's left in the game?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. So they're at a commercial break.
7 minutes. We got 5-point lead. Reggie Jackson has just started doing everything. And Terrence Mann, you got to find minutes for him too. Like, that's the thing. If they do win this game or they go on to win the series at whatever time it is, like, he's going to have to start being a part of the offense, even if Kawhi's back.
Right. He's edged out a role for himself moving forward.
That's the thing that people always talk about is the length and the wings. They're so deep at wing on the Clippers.
So Terrence Mann probably going to go for 40 today. So we got to get that. We got to get that defensive player MVP of the year trophy check, and it's not checking out tonight, Tony. It looks like a fake. It looks like a fake trophy to me.
He's 7'4" and he can't grab a rebound. Like, I will never entertain the importance of Rudy Gobert with anybody ever again.
No.
Ever. Anybody who ever has a conversation and tells me about the importance of Rudy Gobert, you can keep talking. Turn, face the wall, have that conversation. Royce O'Neal from the corner. Nothing. Offensive rebound goes to the Jazz. Bogdanovich, you're the only one who wants this. You and Mitchell. It's a 2-man game. Donovan Mitchell. Okay, we're not calling fouls anymore, apparently. He gets fouled by Wesley Snipes. Goodness gracious.
I was ready for the Clippers to lose. I wasn't ready for it to win.
Terrence Mann all day in the corner. Time to make a sandwich. And Terrence Mann just went to 40. Did I blow out the sound on my microphone?
You good?
Okay. I can hear a weird echo.
This is...
Oh, Royce O'Neal with a chance to get an and one. 5 minutes left. Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Nobody even runs at him in the corner.
How many Clipper fans turned off this game, do you think? And now you're gonna wake up in the morning and be like, "What the hell just happened?"
Not many, because I don't think there's a ton. Like, he's even already got a 3-point celebration. Dude just started playing 48 hours ago, and he's already like, I think he's like loading up his 3-point stroke and stuff.
The ink still hasn't dried on his 10-day contract.
Yes. There's all of these. I get it. Sometimes you practice stuff in the mirror for the moment. You know, it's like going on, like I used to have big auditions and I would go in front of the mirror right before and I would just start like, maybe I should do this. And maybe I'll hit him with a wink or like a turn at the end. No.
You ready for bed? Yeah.
Woo! Rudy Gobert, you're not gonna have a great day tomorrow.
Nobody's gonna. Rudy Gobert is not going to have a great anything tomorrow. The two guys that we argued about for Defensive Player of the Year, both of them, don't look very good in my book right now.
So hypothetically, the Jazz lose this game. What do you do? Where do you go from here?
Hypothetically,
do you move Ingle? Do you move Gobert and Ingle and try to pull in some? What do you guys do?
Here's the problem, and it will always be the problem for Utah. Nobody's going to Utah.
Right.
It doesn't. Maybe Dwayne Wade can pull some sort of magic. Maybe he's got some Chi-Town connection with somebody where he can go and say like, "Hey, what if, you ever been to Utah? The mountains are nice. You like to ski?
Don't eat the pizza."
Yeah. It's tough to get people to go to Utah.
Right.
So I think they're building in the right direction. As long as they keep Donovan Mitchell happy. They have a good nucleus. It's just that who's the person, and it'd be nice if Donovan Mitchell was healthy, to be honest. Like, it would be nice if he was like fully ready to go.
Right.
Oh,
boom, 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 boom. I told you guys.
Trade the assets, Tony? Do you trade Gobert and Ingle and Clarkson and try to pull in another All-Star?
No, because you're not going to get to keep them. At least you can keep these guys. Donovan Mitchell, get it. Get it! I knew it was good before it left his hand. Just the way he sometimes he squares up, and it's just like, come get it.
I told you guys the Clippers were taking this game. I told you this from the beginning of the game today, Tony.
That's a push. Finally, Paul George has the most aggressive off arm in basketball. It's nice to see it get called once in a while.
Well, offensive?
Yes.
Los Angeles, you finally have a team to root for. You finally have a good basketball team in LA.
It's still early, Joe.
Everybody does it.
Not like
because he has long limbs.
It
he
doesn't.
has long arms, so you fucking see it.
It don't matter. Then tuck that shit in.
Yeah, what he said.
Sorry, there's a little domestic dispute. Yes, Royce O'Neal came to play tonight. Came for the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. We got a 4-point game. Let's go, Jazz. I want to see somebody slap the floor like it's college basketball all over. Come on. They're like, we make too damn money to be slapping the floor, Tony. Oh, the Defensive Player of the Year just got smoked on a layup by Reggie Jackson. I wonder, Rudy Gobert should have to refund the Jazz after this game. You should have to cut him a check for like $250,000. Hey, I know that I'm Defensive Player of the Year, but Mike Conley shooting an air ball saved by Royce O'Neal, chucking it off a Clippers player to keep it here. There's 4.4 seconds on the shot clock, 3:29 in the game, a 6-point lead for the Clippers at home, trying to get to their first ever conference championship.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it, Tony. They're going to do it.
Pat Bev playing solid defense, forcing a shot clock violation as Donovan Mitchell heaves the ball up. He rolls his eyes at the Clippers bench. Somebody probably said something, and he was like,
one Clipper fan.
For real, though, this Cosby's extra just, like, stop me on defense? You got to be kidding me.
We don't have one Clipper fan in the comments. Not one. The comment section's quiet because nobody's believing what's going on right now.
Oh, my goodness. Pat Bev is stroking threes in this game.
No.
Clippers push the lead to 9. Under 3 minutes. Mitchell drawing a foul.
It's over.
I know
It's
my daughter's in here
over.
right now. She's like, "Can this just end? It's supposed to be movie night. Can this just be over? Can we put a cap on this BS?"
Call it. Let's call it. Call the doctor, Tony. Get a time of death because the Jazz are done.
I don't know. It says 3 minutes, but that's never what it is. Donovan Mitchell getting 3 free throws.
15 minutes, baby.
And he missed another one. He's now missed, oh my goodness. DJ Khaled in the house. Another one. He needs to step up and make this for his son Shazad. Another one.
Oh yeah. The Jazz are like, we have a defensive player of the year, and the Clippers are like, we have a man. We have a man, Tony.
This who put this comment in here? This is William. Mitchell will end up being GOAT Jazz.
My worst nightmare: Clippers versus
Jazz player of
Suns.
all time.
That's
Gotta
not
make
even
it to a Western Conference Final first.
Not only that, I mean, freaking Karl Malone's the second most scorer in league history. It was like amazing for 18 years.
If you guys are watching the game on TV, you guys know what it looks like. But this, if you're not watching it, here's Rudy Gobert trying to stop the Clippers from scoring. This is actually him under the basket right now.
Hold the door. Hold the door.
Rudy Gobert would actually be more effective if he had a stop sign. Maybe he could block a shot. Maybe he could do something.
Because he ain't doing nothing.
Finally
Why is
got a
that your worst
rebound.
nightmare, Mike? Clippers versus Suns. What's so bad about Clippers versus Suns?
Let me answer that for Mike. Because the Suns beat the Lakers and the Clippers are the Clippers.
Oh, I got you.
I don't even know. I can't cheer for anybody. I don't want anybody to go. And if the Nets make it to the finals and it's Clippers Nets, like, no thanks. Let's just move on to football season. I don't even want to talk about any of those games. I don't want either of those teams to win. I could at least find some happiness for Chris Paul. Some. Not much.
Not much.
Oh my goodness. Pat Bev had the night of his life. Had the night of his life. It is. This is John Creasy right here. He's like, okay.
Don't be a little kid.
He did. His main man. He went and talked to his main man.
Sit in the mini chair.
Christopher Walken.
Injured ankle. Look what happened.
There you go. Yeah, sit in the mini chair.
Every man
You
is
close?
not a-
Let me go get the blanket.
Donovan Mitchell.
His ankle has been hurting him. And he's
Ankle
playing.
gave out. Finally, he
Right there.
steps.
And then his right foot.
Donovan
Right foot.
Mitchell.
Right there. Oh,
This is sad, guys. This is sad.
hurting.
The Jazz had it. They said we're going back game 7. And nope.
Yep, I honestly don't have 38 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists for Donovan Mitchell on a bum leg. Bum leg. And they're going to lose 118 to
That's so bad. He doesn't want to sit though.
No.
This is what LA's been waiting for, Tony. A team like the Clippers to come in here and win some games for them. LA deserves a team like the Clippers.
My phone is going to blow up from Drew. My phone's going to blow up. He's now missed like his 3rd free throw in the 4th quarter. He's missing shots. Reggie Jackson pumping up the crowd.
Oh, wow.
You know, it can't be done.
You
Congratulations.
got to call your brother-in-law and put him on speaker so we can hear him. We need that. We need that audio. Don't deprive us of that audio, Tony. We finally found a Clipper fan.
He's going to be driving.
I don't know. There's going to be riots in LA tonight. They're going to do some stupid stuff.
California just opened up.
He's playing injured. Oh, that's sad.
He just sent me a text message saying, "Can I call you later?" So no. But what I did say is
Thanks, William.
oh
Why is this guy playing?
Mike just gave you a shout out, love. He said your wife is funnier than you, Tony. I will mark this down as the day that Mike died to me. Sorry, Mike.
Oh.
See you later. Is this your defensive player of the year? Oof. Kick him off a mountain. That really is what Paul George has done to them in the last 2 games. Terrence Mann dunked on him.
This man. I'm sorry. I was, like you said, Tony, I was talking all this mess about the Clippers to begin with. Now,
Yes,
I'm on the Clippers.
if we go back to halftime, Joe went on a rant coming back from half talking about the trash Clippers for like a minute.
Why? What you eating?
So you're welcome, LA. You are welcome.
Why? What you eating?
The Clippers were probably watching our halftime show. They were probably watching me at halftime. They heard everything I said. They took it personal, right? They were like, hey, Joe's not going to disrespect us like that on the Warzone Sports Network on YouTube. We're not going to allow that bull crap. We're going to come out. We're going to bring it back.
Get this fucking comment off the screen. What is this?
All right, that's a good comment. Julio Jones, Shannon Sharp, him. Call your brother-in-law right now.
I just tried. And you don't want him because Julio's PG-13 compared to what he would be like if he didn't know that he was on the internet.
So if my math is correct, that's 78 points for the Clippers in the second half, right?
I don't know. What were they? They were at 50?
Yeah.
It doesn't even – when you get Pat Bev making 3 threes in the fourth quarter and you get Nicholas Batum having the night he had, and then Terrence Mann, I thought it had to be Reggie Jackson or Morris. It didn't. It just needed to be some combination of guy of whoever, and it was Terrence Mann. Like I said, a game late. Go back and check the record. I spoke up Terrence Mann less than 48 hours ago, and he just had the game tonight as opposed to on
Clipper fans are fucking nuts.
That's how good the night's going. PG just almost like
You know what? I actually used to work with the Clippers fans. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna have to hit them up.
Yeah, why not?
You think it matters? You think this guy matters if the Clippers are going because the Clippers are playing the Suns, and this guy's still saying Suns in 4.
Oh.
Suns in 4.
You see, they made a toy for him.
This guy?
Yeah, he's got like his own little like athletic toy.
Oh, that's great. I'm happy for that dude. Let's put him back up. I'd rather have him on the screen than see this dirty scoreboard right now. Goodness. 10-point lead with 50 seconds to play. This game is over. There is absolutely no way the Jazz can come back.
Clipper fans, congratulations.
Steve Ballmer, congratulations.
There you go, Tony.
Oh, that could be literally like just the Clippers logo. And they just have owned Rudy Gobert in this series. Like, I'm not even sure why he's on the floor right now. Because you guys need threes. Like, why is Rudy Gobert still on the floor? Like, Quinn Snyder should be lost. He's like...
I'm happy the Clippers came back. Also disappointed they allowed themselves to be down by 28. Yeah, it could be like that.
Oh, yeah, he was on the jump.
I got the bubble guts for tomorrow.
Yeah. What times are our games tomorrow?
I told you guys the Clippers would win. Shut up, Mike. No, you didn't. As much as I love Chris Paul and I love Kawhi, just a smidge more. Clips in 6. I'm calling it right now, Tony. Clips in 6.
Nassib is this guy.
Hopefully Ballmer did that stupid dance again.
Is Ballmer dancing right now?
Yes, the Ballmer always does. He's right now. You can see him kind of like behind the stanchion. And he's over there clapping, but he's doing it. He's doing his Ballmer dance. He's like, yeah.
Hitting the Ballmer?
Yeah. Just going full Ballmer. Nassib, thank you for checking back in, brother. I'm impressed. I'm not happy for the Clippers, but I'm very impressed what they just did. And Paul George is going to continue to get love poured down on him. and he just dodged a bullet. Because if he would have had to go to a game 7 in Utah without him, I don't think that fares well for him. But at the same time, like, I kind of almost want to watch the third quarter over again. It was tough for me to like really gauge what was going on.
Drive-through?
But this is one of those memes, like what you'd be doing if you weren't a professional, whatever. Rudy Gobert would be selling crepes at that French restaurant in your town that you're afraid to go to because you're like,
yeah, there's bombers dancing right now. 72.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna put the little one to bed.
All right, Seven. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you, brother.
Oops.
Probably
Burn that Malone.
Swing by tomorrow. Maybe try to tap in with you guys.
Game 7, I love it. Burn that Malone jersey.
do that.
Mothball it again. Mothball it for another season. We'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, take care.
This Los Angeles go crazy. You had the Lakers win last year. You had the Clippers now moving on, showing that they're probably the better team in LA at this moment. They're doing all this without their best player, Tony. They're moving on to play the Phoenix Suns. Down by 22 at halftime, they stormed back and said, nah, not today. We're not going to game 7. We're moving on to Phoenix.
Joe, this is really crazy impressive. Like, they're going to their first conference final without Kawhi Leonard. Like, that's the part to me that is just, it's insane that he would get injured. You're the best team in basketball all year long, and then you can't. I think a lot of props have to be given to Ty Lue, the coaching staff, and everything else. And then all of the other guys that step up. Pat Bev steps up. Reggie Jackson steps up. Morris, Terrence Mann tonight. Batum has a big game. Like, this is a Clippers team that is really good, really deep. My brother-in-law has been telling me this all year. He came in here. He just sent me a text message that said, I'm not fucking crazy. LOL. Bye-bye, Utah. That's what I just got from a Clippers fan. He knows. He knows what time it is. And the Clippers, it's out of control. There's a lot of people pouring in. If any of you guys are Clippers fans, congratulations. This is a big moment for you.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch the next round with you. NASA been here again.
5:30 tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific.
He was actually talking about Rudy Gobert. No skills, just big and grabs rebounds. Yeah. Wow. Chris Paul. Joe, leave this up for a second.
Paul George says, look at me now. I am the captain now. I am the captain now, Tony.
That's really the only intrigue of this series for me is that Chris Paul. Yes. There's a beautiful moment happening right now for George Paul saying, hey, I've been there. I've been there. I've been the number 1 seed in Indiana and never made it past this round. I got LeBron a few times, but now he's there. Terrence Mann, Donovan Mitchell, great season. Joe Ingles about to take a kangaroo back to Australia.
Why didn't you play more? I think you would. Instead of this guy.
Look at me, I'm the best. I like this William guy.
He said George Paul. I heard him. I wasn't going to correct him. Tony, he's been on the camera for 2.5 hours. I'm going to give him a break.
I did say George Paul, didn't I? I can hear it in my head, like for me to correct it, but there's too much going on. He says
the Suns are tough, and I hope the Clippers don't sleep on them.
No, I don't think they will. It's just I want to know what's going on with Kawhi's injury and whether or not he's going to be back before I make any predictions on this series. But I mean, who gives a shit what my predictions are? I've been horribly wrong. I've gone way too much with my heart instead of my head and everything.
You know who cares about your predictions, Tony?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yep, they don't.
Absolutely nobody. We got.
Although some of them have done good. Some of them did good on YouTube. Basically, people jumping on there and telling me that I'm an idiot.
I did not see this. See this, Tony. This is crazy. Like I said, it was 72-50 at halftime. Tony, the Jazz were up 72-50 at halftime. Halftime.
I know.
The number 1 seed. The Clippers just kicked your ass in the second half, and they didn't have their best player. They've had people that are just strung together that everybody's talking crap about. Everybody's talking crap about Pandemic P, and now look where they're heading. Phoenix Suns, get ready.
This is, oh man, they gave up
William
81
cares.
points. 81 points in the second half. Thank you, William.
William cares, Tony. William cares.
I'm
you do have
probably
one
not even
person.
saying it right. Am I saying your name right?
It's a William. William.
Willie May.
If you guys are watching,
All right, we'll be back for a game 7 tomorrow. Bucks Knicks. Another one of my dumb prediction
What does that
videos
say?
will go up on YouTube. Please subscribe if you're on there. That's
don't
fun.
need that.
Engage with us if you want to collaborate. Reach out. Hit us up in the DMs if you you want to talk sports. You want to put videos up. Get on our channel.
yeah. If you guys have something, hit us up. Woo, I can't, Tony. I'm still kind of shocked because, like you said, at halftime, I was talking so much crap about the Clippers. I was like, the Clippers suck. They're not a real team. That, they were up 3-2. If they were a real championship team, they would show up. And guess what? They took everything I said personal. They showed up in the second half, put up 82 points in the second half, made Utah look like a JV basketball team going up against an NBA team, shut them down quick. Everybody on the Clippers showed up tonight. Everybody did.
Yeah. They did. They showed a lot of heart. They showed resilience, all those things that you want from a championship basketball team. So good for them. And it's a great moment for Paul George because he really became the butt of many jokes on the internet. We've put up so many memes of Paul George, and it is really great to see PG, playoff P, have his moment and be great. He's hugging the owner. Steve Ballmer right now is like, I knew it was a good investment. And now we have an even better chance of keeping Kawhi Leonard. I love spending money. And it's so great. Donald Sterling could never get this done. Ballmer's been able to do it in 5 seasons as owner of the team. And they've really pushed. And here's the way that you take over a city. You win.
Yep.
This is a move in the right direction.
Especially like a city like Los Angeles.
Because the Clippers were really popular with the younger kids when they had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, and it was Lob City. Like, they loved them. It was the billboards were up all over the place. Now they've done the same thing. If you live in LA and you drive around the city, you see Kawhi everywhere. You see Paul George. You see the sort of old school, kind of like old Detroit, old English lettering on the Clipper jerseys they have, the LA graffiti jerseys, like the one they're wearing right now in this game that they just used to smack down. They just bent the trumpet of the Jazz in half.
There you go. Jazz are overrated.
They are.
Well, you know what the Jazz are now? Out of the damn playoffs.
The Jazz are on vacation. All right, Joe, let's wrap this up.
You think Kawhi is laughing with the weird ass laugh at home right now?
Yeah.
I like that one. Jazz are overrated.
Joe,
Can't be overrated when you're on vacation, right, Tony?
And Joe, play this. Let's get this song, get these plugs in. Let's let them know what time it is.
All right, guys. This was the Clippers versus Jazz. It was our second game. We did both games here on the Warzone Sports Network. We did the earlier game. We have 2 Game 7s coming up. One tomorrow, one on Sunday. I'm glad the Clippers won, so we don't have to do 3 Game 7s. But both Game 7s will be broadcast here on the Warzone Sports Network. Tomorrow, if you're a big fantasy football kind of guy, fantasy football, because we don't just do basketball. We don't do just basketball on the Warzone Sports Network. We do everything. If you're a big fantasy football guy, we have Fantasy Boot Camp. You learn how to from the guys you just saw. Seven and Kevin Banks will teach you how to win your fantasy football leagues on the Fantasy Football Boot Camp. Watch that tomorrow. We just had Friday Night Wars come out, which is a show between myself and Mike on the mic where we debate 3 topics and you choose the winner. You guys vote who you are. You guys want. We have Mac Daddy on Tuesday night with his basketball show Into the Crosshairs. We have Inside the Cage along with the UFC show. What else we got? We got Sports Force with Brian Bolstead and Joe Skirtle. So many shows here on the Warzone Sports Network with Tony Tucker live almost every day now, Tony. We're going live. I don't know what that was, but
That was
Tony's
me going live every day.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Whatever it is. But guys, hit us with that subscribe button. Hit us. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us everywhere. If you want to be a part of the show, you want to get to know us, you want to give us your takes, we want to hear from you. We want to be the sports fan voice. We want to voice your opinion everywhere. So send us your takes. Clippers come back down by 22 at halftime. Win this game. Tony Tucker's in shock. He doesn't want to hear it because his family is going to go off on him. Clipper fans rejoice. The people in the Philippines that are watching us, because we've got a lot of people in the Philippines that watch us, Tony, on this network. I know people are probably like, bullshit. It's true. I can show you our numbers. Philippines love us, but they also love the Clippers. And Tony Tucker is hating it right now. Mike on the mic, last words. He says they got lucky. You got any last words, Tony?
I got my emotional support puppy, my daughter, and a warm apple pie waiting for me, Joe. Let's play this music and get out of here.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. Step into the war zone. Step into the war zone.